Okay. Oh, goodness. Apps are all a mess, but we are live. It's Thursday night, and it's GT time. I'm here with Jack, as usual, but also Brad's here.
Welcome, Brad Maris, to Thursday Night Racing broadcast.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Sorry I can't be out there on track tonight, but it's a pleasure to be here with you in the booth, that's for sure. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm sorry you're not out there, Brad. You're running in second place for the Drivers' Championship, so this has got to be a real bummer for you not to be out on track. But the next best thing is being here with Jake and Jack and the Thursday Night broadcast.
I'd so much rather be here with you guys than missing out on potential valuable points desperately needed. So you're absolutely right. Thanks for having me, Jack.
well, thanks, Brad. Now, we do hope you're back and around for the Thursday. You got a couple of weeks to recoup from your major surgery. They replaced your arm with a bionic arm, I hear. So let's hope that in 2 weeks you'll be fit as a fiddle and challenging for the championship.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. I'm sure going to try, and looking forward to that. Also looking forward quite a bit to this race tonight. These Super Pole events are fantastic. I love them, and it's going to be a lot of fun watching these guys get around this Road America track tonight.
Yeah, and we value your expertise, Brad, so we're going to lean on you heavily as the resident race instructor here at NAGP.
Kevin's going out.
Can only...
We're confident, Brad. We're so confident in your abilities.
So let's see here. So Kevin was the best qualifier in practice, right? So he's going to choose to go first. Is that right?
Actually, this is Hefner.
Oh, Hefner.
Was he? Did he
beat
his teammate?
Well, Zack Hefner actually had the top time. I don't know why it's not showing that right now, but Hefner did have the top time there.
Yeah, well, Kevin Kirkbride does have his 30 kilograms of success ballast, so that definitely made Zach's job a little easier beating his teammate there. So these guys choosing the lead. So just like last time, we'll see a quick time pretty early from either Zach or Kevin, probably both. And see if anybody else can match it.
Well, we've seen this year so far, you know, the first guys out lay down a number, and it's been hard to beat. But right now, I'm going to bring up, I'm going to go a little ahead of the pack there. I'm going to bring up Chris Moses for a couple of words while Hefner's out getting his, and Kirkbride are getting ready to do their hot laps. Chris Moses, you're in broadcast. Your 2 minutes of fame. Welcome to the broadcast booth.
Oh, hey. How's it going, guys?
Going good. You looking to lay down a hot one tonight?
It'll be as good as I can do, but unfortunately the car's not suited very well to the track, so... But, well, we come with a really good, stable setup. You know, top 10 will be a good lap. We might get lucky and get in the top 6 or 7 if some other guys have issues.
Well, I'm not going to dispute you more than is necessary here on the Porsche not being a good car for this track. But, however, having said that, look, it's been a great season for you over on the Monday side. Well and truly involved in the championship over there. The results have been lacking a little bit here on Thursday nights. I mean, do you think, Chris, that the double duty has hurt you a little bit? Is the GT car, the Porsche, just not something you've gotten comfortable with? Is it lack of practice time?
It's more it's the driving style needed for the car. Does not suit me. I'm trying to adjust to it, but and the way we've gone about setting up the car doesn't suit me either. The traction, I like to slide the car a little bit, and the slightest slide slows you down. It's hard for me to drive 9/10 or 8/10 when I want to go 10/10, and that's where the trouble lies for me personally with the new tire model and all and such.
Well, it hasn't hurt you too bad, Chris. Your team championship, you're in second place for it. So good luck tonight. Good luck in the final race, and we'll drop you back down. Chris Moses, everybody. Now we got rid of him.
Check one off the list.
There's one off the list. How we doing out there on track, boy?
Hefner's going around. I don't seem to be getting any sector times.
Yeah, so I suspect we aren't getting sector times because nobody's put in sector times yet, right? And so the app kind of bases its
yeah, exactly right, of course.
So, yeah, so this is going to set the bar.
Why else do we have Brad here?
Okay.
Well, nice good chats from, yeah, go ahead.
I was done. That pretty good lap, an 0.36. I don't know if that's going to be the best time out there, but that is a pretty good opening salvo, I'd say.
Well, as we've seen in the past, once they set down a hot one, the guys have struggled to match it or better it.
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. I do prefer the forced inverse qualification period to make the faster guys in that official period go behind, you know, go in the inverse order. But it's okay. You know, everybody gets their opportunity nonetheless. So you're going to get your lap in, and it's up to you to make the most of it. And so the pressure isn't necessarily, it doesn't go away. Might make it a little easier for some guys.
No, I agree with you. I think there's more drama on our end when we watch guys bettering the time rather than not topping them off. But hey, it's not about us, it's about the drivers out on the track.
Yeah, speaking of drivers out on the track, Andrew Werner now has certainly looked very sharp in this week of practice. In fact, looking to be about the best out there all week. And I tell you where this Corvette's really going to perform is in this second sector, no question. Look at that, up on Hefner's time, just slightly at the moment.
Wow.
Well, Werner's had a fabulous season this year. I can't remember when Werner's driven better in a season consistently than he has this season.
I have to completely agree, and it's great to see, by the way. He has, I mean, look, let's face it, he has more or less outperformed teammate David Poole, who has perennially been the main points guy for this team, but he has just latched onto this Corvette and run with it. He loves the thing, Jack.
Yeah, and it's showing out there, and a good point made, Brad. I mean, you know, David Poole is pretty much the anchor for any team he's ever been on, and this has been a team that's stuck together for quite a while, and I don't know, maybe Werner got new glasses or new pedals or a new wheel or a new monitor, but boy, he looks like the whole package out there this season.
Yeah, so nice lap there by Werner. I should back up just momentarily because David Poole has actually outscored in total points Andrew Werner, but Andrew Werner has shown a very good pace in many moments over teammate David Poole. It's just a little rare, that's all.
Point well taken there. That's surprising me too. I'm looking at it, and he has. So, sorry, David, you are still the anchor of that team. Right now, I'm going to drag up Jesse Olsen for a broadcast interview. Oh, hey, I failed to move him. I don't know why.
Did you move him up to the top again?
He'll be beginning his lap pretty quickly here, Jack, just FYI.
He's he's out on track, Jack.
That's probably why he's gone mute.
Kirkbride is up on his teammate despite the 30 kilograms in Sector 1, so
yeah,
keep an eye on that.
Jake, I suspect teammate Zack probably missed the first sector a little bit. These cars were very strong in the first sector over the week of practice. So among the strongest of all those who did put in times in the week of practice. So it's not too surprising. I says, whoa, but that sector 2 time also pretty impressive there, Jake.
Yeah. Right, exactly. We got a 10th in each sector from Zack, so. Sector 3.
I have to say,
Sector 3 time was where Zack was half faster than Werner.
In practice.
Wow, up to first.
yeah, nice.
Well, let's have a chat with Hef. Zack Hefner, you're in the broadcast booth. You laid down a pretty good one, but your teammate showed the way.
Yeah, I didn't look at the wind going in. I didn't look at my telemetry, and I realized we have a tailwind going down the front straight. So we had to brake a tad bit earlier. I think Kevin mentioned it before I went to go on my lap so I didn't hear it. And I messed it up a little bit, but I regained it a little bit better in the second sector. So, oh, he put on a good one.
Yeah, that was a pretty good time, especially first out, kind of the first to have the optics of the pressure on you. But right now, Zack, it's third in the championship standings. You got quite a haul. Frankly, you have to score some good points tonight if you really want a shot at Aaron Parsons. Heading into the feature race 2 weeks from now, I mean, do you think you have a legitimate shot at this thing?
Well, if the positions can stay as is and we can lock out the front row, I think there's a good chance. We can definitely kind of team up and run away with it during the feature if we can lock these top two spots out.
Whoa, whoa, laying down the gauntlet. I like it. I like the confidence. All right, Zack, we're going to pop you back down there. You have a great race tonight. You have a good final race. You've had a great season going. You're sitting in third in the Drivers' Championship.
Thank you. I'll need all the luck I can get.
I don't think it's luck. Zack Hefner.
It's a good idea, Jack.
What was a good idea?
Pulling these drivers up and having little interviews is a good routine for this kind of setup.
Well, that was Zack Hefner, and the other half of that is Kirkbride, Kevin Kirkbride. So let's bring Kevin
up. You know
up.
what I'm saying?
Oh,
hey,
Kevin, we got you mid-conversation.
Kevin Kirkbride.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
On the broadcast.
Oh, hey everybody.
And quite the lap you threw out there. A bit of silence. A man of very few words. This is your 2 minutes of fame.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Well, we got it.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, my mic might have been muted.
Hot lap you threw out there.
Yeah, it was a good lap. I was Zack. I mean, for the team championship, we need like all the positions we can get, and I feel kind of bad actually because Zack still has kind of an outside chance at the individual championship, and I might have just taken a point away from him. And I was thinking about that at the end of the lap, and I was like, should I let off my throttle and like just back off or what? I didn't know what to do, so I just put the lap in and see what happens.
The consummate competitor, there's no way you guys are going to lift at any time.
Well, I mean, I'm out of it, and I really, we've been, friends for a while now, and so I'm cheering for him to get that done, and, he's got a good chance at it, but I didn't know what to do, so I was kind of in a predicament there, but, yeah, we'll see what happens with these other guys. I might not even get the pole after all. There's still a lot of fast guys left here.
All right, Kevin. Well, you have a good race tonight and a good final race, and I'm sure you guys are going to be definitely in the hunt for the team championship. So looks like you're in tight. So race well tonight.
Jack, thank you for all your effort this season. Appreciate it and enjoyed listening to you, and look forward to listening to this later.
Thanks, Kevin.
Well, I don't know. One of the guys told me I should retire tonight, so it's definitely on my mind.
I don't think anybody said that.
I overheard Moses was saying that, he doesn't like the car and setup and blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you what, if Moses starts practicing before Wednesday, he'd be a heck of a lot faster. That car's fucking awesome. So, or fudging awesome. So, right. So if he starts practicing before Wednesday, he'd be a lot faster. He's an awesome driver. It's not the car, it's him. So,
well,
no
we're
excuses.
We're going to get rid of you before he decides
before
to take you out on the first lap.
He won't be close enough. He won't be close enough.
That's a good point.
All right. Take care, guys.
See you, Kevin.
Wow.
Yeah, Kevin, not scared to throw down the smack talk, I think. Pretty confident this season.
Jeez, we might have to bring Moses back up for a rebuttal.
I don't know if he's listening. He might not hear it until a few hours later, which may be for the best. But, Kevin, it's a good point that he makes. Kevin and Zach really have been putting in the hours, getting the setups, and showing us what mastery of the Glickenhaus looks like, because that is a different car, pretty fundamentally different than some of these other ones.
So, now, where are we on track, boy?
Oh, sorry. Salem's going around. Let's,
yeah. Who's coming up after Salem? I don't want to
that's
grab
Al.
that we're...
That's Al, so don't grab Al and don't grab Salem.
All right, we're gonna grab the Thunder from down under. Aaron Parsons, do you copy?
I do, Jack.
You're in the broadcast booth with Jake, Brad, and myself.
I guess.
Leading in the Drivers' Championship. Got to feel pretty good about going into tonight's race and in the final in 2 weeks.
Not hugely great going into this one. We got I don't think this track is particularly good for our car. And I've got 40 kilos of ballast. So it's going to be a bit of damage control, I think.
Yeah, I would say the 40 kilos maybe more than anything on that Porsche, which actually should be relatively decent around this track. But, Aaron, when I take a look at the season standings, what I look at are the two other Super Poles of the season. And oddly enough, our Super Pole at Sebring, our Super Pole at Spa, no points earned in either of those events. What's going on with that? Is it something with Super Poles this season? What's going on? What's happening?
Car wasn't very good at Sebring, I think. I have to disagree with the Porsche being good at this track. It's just, it really doesn't suit it with the, like every corner is just like separated really straight. Porsche's good when the corners are all joined together, like Road Atlanta.
Yeah, you've mentioned that in the past. But we can't all get the tracks that suit every car. So, again, you're up by a little bit in the Drivers' Championship. So you may get another trophy.
Maybe. I'll have to see how it goes. It's going to be a really long race in a couple of weeks' time.
Well, good luck tonight. Good luck in 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll be interviewing you in 2 weeks for Drivers' Championship.
Thanks, guys.
Man of very few words, too. Aaron Parsons.
Oh, Al looking a little shaky here. Did not turn in the best second sector. I tell you what I find very interesting and personally annoying is that those Glickenhaus guys have managed to find a way to get that thing to turn. Now, Kevin Kirkbride, 30 kilograms, manages to turn the best second sector time. That's personally annoying, and I think it's great. and Kirkbride's great. Love Kirkbride. Love the competition, but yeah, that's annoying. I did not see that coming preseason, I'll be honest with you, out of the Glickenhaus.
Now, was the Glickenhaus touted as being the best car out there during car selection week?
No, I would say not. It had some glaring defects. One of those being the braking, as we all know, not that great. Also the tires, not very good at all in terms of longevity and heat generation. So tires can get hot very easily. Another thing it did not do terribly well is turn. However, they managed to find some front grip on that thing somehow. And that has really made the difference for those guys. And it's a great car in very capable hands. So they have done a absolutely wonderful job figuring the thing out. But with those 30 kilograms to turn in that best second sector time through the carousel and some of those high-speed twisties, wow, really impressive stuff.
Well, turning is important.
It helps.
Well,
all right. I want to. Oh, go ahead, Jake.
Moses not doing too hot.
No, and I think that Kevin did make a pretty good point. I think Moses has been losing a little bit of practice time on this car, although I agree with him completely. I don't think it suits his driving style.
Right.
At all. And I mean that makes a difference. Look, if it's just like in the real world equivalent, if you aren't comfortable with the car, if you have no confidence in it, then it's hard to go fast. So I do completely understand.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to drag one of the guys up that I think's having a stellar season. I've loved him all season. I've loved broadcasting him. Andrew Werner, do you copy?
Hey, David's driving right. Or did you move?
Just you. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, sure. I thought you came in our room. I just didn't want to disturb David while he was driving his lap.
Oh no, you're on the broadcast.
We dragged. You're in the broadcast booth.
All right. Wait, before I say anything, I gotta say hi to Donna and Bernie and Boris. My good dear friends are watching right now. And Donna just said,
nice.
Texted me and said, you need to have them interview you. So her wish is granted.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, there you go. We aim to please, but I mentioned it a few times on the broadcast earlier, Andrew. I think you've really stepped up your game this season, and I can't remember watching you with so much excitement as I had this season. So good season on you.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. It's been fun. It took me a while to figure out the car. This is a downforce car, and I guess I didn't realize that early on, and so I really struggled for the first 4 races. But then it's all about sector 2 for me, all about the downforce.
Yeah, well, I have to tell you, I was watching you pretty closely through that second sector, expecting you to pick up quite a bit of time, and I have to say, you were pretty soundly beat by Kirkbride there in that Glickenhaus and his 30 kilograms of success ballast. But what I look at is really the mid-season turnaround, because you're absolutely right. And I mentioned, look, David Poole generally gets the lion's shares of points, but this season it's Andrew Werner. But really, it's only been in the second half. It's been a complete turnaround, and you have looked fantastic in the vet.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been working hard. I've been practicing. I've been trying to figure it out, trying to get the car tuned, and I think David's always been a really great teammate, and he's he tries really hard, and I think just this season I had a little more energy to put towards the tune than he did. So it was good. Look at him. He just got P5. So wow, he was only less than 2 tenths behind me. Fantastic.
Well, I'll pop you back down there to chat with David. He's probably pretty excited, sitting side by side on the grid tonight. And thanks for having all your friends watch us at Thursday night racing at NAGP. He's gone.
Alrighty, Parsons up on those tracks.
And Jake, by the way, you just jump in with questions. You got to be quick.
No, I actually, you know what? With you guys taking the lead, I'm able to monitor the stream a little better, so this is working for me. I'm not bothered at all. If you're not annoyed by me not talking, because you guys are doing a great job.
Not annoyed at all, but
okay.
I'm just, but I'm just saying, jump in, because I'll just go.
Yeah, no, you're fine. This is totally working for me.
All right, now that Poole and Werner have finished their little chit-chat, let's get Poole up here, David Poole, and see what he has to say about his teammate. They're still yakking down there, but I'm going to break them up anyway. Last corner I got in. David Poole, you're in the broadcast booth.
Hey guys, how you doing?
We're doing good. Sitting right behind your teammate in P5 provisionally right now. How did you feel about that lap out there?
Well, that was my second attempt at a Super Pole lap. The first one, he changed the session right before I ended it, which would have been a few tenths quicker than this. But overall, you know, I've never been very good at Super Pole, so not too much complaints. Considering how fast Andrew is, only be a tenth or so behind him is, you know, nothing to be embarrassed about, at least.
Yeah,
no, you guys have been having a great season, make a great team.
Well, he has really got this car figured out. He's flying. I mean, usually we're reasonably close. Usually when he practices as much as me, actually, he's usually a little bit quicker than me, but he's been a lot quicker than me, so hats off to him. He's really got this car figured out.
Yeah, you guys do obviously operate very well as a team, but for you personally, it's been a bit more of an up and down season than it typically has gone. I mean, you're the consistency guy out there, so always hanging around the top 5, earning that win here or there. So you've had a second place, you've had a podium, but a lot of low points finishes this season. What do you think has been the difference? Has it been just the car this season? Has your practice time suffered a little bit? I know that'll change going forward, but what's been the problem this season for you, do you think?
Well, kind of a combination of all those things. I actually just learned a couple of things right here at the end, unfortunately. Just about how, you know, unfortunately it's habits that I've had for the way I've been doing it forever with driving, that I've learned that you can't kind of trail brake into the corners in this car, and I think I'm overdriving the tires a little bit of frustration, just not being able to get up to the speed I want to do. So probably been overdriving the tires a bit, and then trying to brake too deep, and the problem is I can do like one lap that turns out good, but then I just fall back as soon as I'm thinking about, you know, cars around me or anything else, fall back into the same old habits. I'm having a hard time braking them, so yeah, it's been a little bit frustrating, but I mean that it's been, like you said, up and down. So I don't know what else to say. That's yeah.
Well, good luck on tonight's race. Good luck in the final in 2 weeks, and good luck to 05 Motorsports. David Poole. All right, he's out of here.
Boy, I tell you, speaking of guys not having the type of seasons perhaps they've been used to, is, well, I'm looking at Bjorn Heyman, of course, on his hot lap here, and actually turning in a pretty good lap thus far, but I get thinking about him, and then I get to thinking about teammate John Luden, and this former drivers champion has also not performed as well as he would like this season in John Luden in what appears to be a pretty good car. I mean, after all, we've seen Salem Montgomery Jr. turn in some very fine performances in this Audi.
Yeah, talking about Junior, let's get Junior up into the booth. Salem Montgomery Jr., you're in the broadcast booth. Provisionally P3, nice lap tonight.
Yeah, thanks. I don't want to sound like Debbie Downer, but I only had like 2 hours to set up the car, actually just before practice, so.
Well, you wouldn't know it by the time you threw out there.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that's what my girlfriend right now is saying, so.
Trying to cheer you up. Well, it's not such a bad lap, and as you approach a Super Pole event like this, actually not a lot of drivers out there tonight. Probably a little bit of a short field in this particular event, but over the course of the season, Salem, it's been either really great or not so great at all. I'm seeing some wins, I'm seeing podiums, and then I'm seeing a whole bunch of dead spots there where the DNFs have come. So otherwise, it looks like, you certainly had the pace in the Audi, but those DNFs, it looks like, might keep you from having that strong championship run this season.
Yeah, I had to miss probably about 3 races due to my back, actually. Hurt it at work, so kind of been taking it easy, giving it a go here and there, see how it goes. Been on a few meds like muscle relaxers, so hard to get some focus. So yeah, after the last race where I had the chance of a top 3 at least, where I was carrying the 20 kilos, it just kind of took the fire out of my stomach, man, to get hit right after my pit stop. So, it was kind of tough trying to show up tonight. So.
You gonna run sauce for the endurance race again?
Yeah, the car actually does pretty good. As long as, as long as the temps don't shoot up to about 40 degrees Celsius, then I think I'm pretty good. As long as they don't get anything past about 35, I think I'll be fine.
Well, good luck tonight. Good luck in 2 weeks, and careful with those opioids. And he's out of here.
Move him in,
just
move
call
him
him
out.
the way I see him.
You're not wrong, Jack. So Rolf up.
Yeah, I tell you guys, this BMW is a car I had highlighted in the preseason, and I suspect, look, this is not a Porsche dominant track. I think the cars could do pretty well here, but if there's a car that could do well, it's certainly this BMW around this track, perhaps struggling only a little bit there around that carousel. So I don't know that Samroff has gotten in a ton of practice time this week, but this is a car that certainly could put in the performance.
Now, guys, has Sean Ricker done his lap yet?
Just completed.
Then a perfect time to move Sean Ricker up to the broadcast booth. Sean Ricker, you're
Hey, guys.
live on the broadcast.
Oh, I'm so excited. Thanks for pulling me up.
Well, I told you we would, and we did.
Honestly, I was saying to the guys too, I'm really enjoying the interview thing. I think it's adding some great content to the broadcast. On it's pretty monotonous just watching one car at a time do some laps. So really enjoying the content there.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
thank
great.
you. Every once in a while we have a lucid moment here at NAGP, but not too often, Sean. So don't get too used to this stuff. We're not very creative here.
So
Well, congratulations, anyways.
gotta ask you, Sean, is that the best lap you could put in here?
Oh man, that was a mess. And I just said when I pulled over to the other guys, like, that's what I get for not practicing. And I know practice has come up a few times, and I didn't put in the time this week, and that's what you get. It shows. So for the guys that do practice day after day and tweak things and learn the track, it shows. So it's my own fault I didn't put enough time in this week.
Well, I might jump in with one real quick question here. Looking at the results of the season, Sean, not looking so great early on, but you've really come on here in the second half of the season. Is that down to just practice, getting used to the car, a little extra effort, or just you have better results?
I don't want to blame it all on bad luck, but I certainly had a miserable start to the season. I had a lot of incidents and DNFs, and that certainly affected the points. But yeah, I certainly found my stride kind of halfway through, had some great finishes. I have really enjoyed the car, and Jesse and I working together with our Purple Helmets racing team have been a great duo. So I've had a lot of fun, and yeah, it's been a lot of great seasons so far.
Well, good hearing from you, Sean. Fellow Canadian, we always like to see us up there challenging for the wins.
Thanks,
being as polite as we are, not barging your way to the front, just racing your way to the front. So good luck tonight. Good luck in 2 weeks.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got rid of him too.
Cross them off the list.
I am crossing my... I've got my list here. I do, indeed. In fact, I don't think we've had Olsen up here, so we should bring his teammate up. I hope everybody's enjoying this, because I think we are.
Yeah, we are.
Jesse Olsen, you're live in the broadcast. Oh, no, he's not. I didn't grab him. I thought I grabbed him. Where'd he go? Uh-oh.
Did you send him up top again?
No, I sent him... Oh, there. I sent him into somewhere else. I better move him over. Okay, here we go. Where's... I can't even find anything. Jesse Olsen, you're in the broadcast booth.
Hey, fellas. How's it going?
Well, not too good there on that exchange, but how was that lap out there for you? How was your qualifying?
It was feeling good, and I had a near miss in turn 7, big slide that I was able to catch, but the lap was done at that point.
Yeah, for having that big slide, I would say all in all a pretty good lap and really a pretty darn good season overall. Look, you haven't quite scored that podium yet, but you've been so damn close all the way through the season, turning in multiple results, very close to that podium. And I think that a lot of guys would say, hey, the Ferrari probably down on the field, but you have managed to make it work pretty good. So what's been your secret in that Ferrari this season?
You know, I don't think we've got the most out of this Ferrari yet. I think there's still a little bit more in it. I think if we really had an ace, you know, moving the sliders and turning the wrenches, it would be a little closer. I think we've done good at the tracks where it's got some, you know, some of the characters those tracks want, and the tracks it doesn't, I think we've mitigated our losses decently.
Well said, and I think you're doing a great job out there this season, Jesse. Look forward to tonight's race, and in 2 weeks, go team, go.
Thank you, fellas.
We got a request for Al in the Twitch chat.
Oh, has Al run?
He's run. If you want to save him, that'd be okay with me, Jack. But hey, either way.
Yeah, we'll bring Al up. What the heck? Big boss Al Merriman, you're in the broadcast booth. Any comments on tonight's qualifier?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Yeah, I blew it. That's about it. Made a couple.
That's being honest.
Yeah. Made a little mistake in turn 2, I think. I went a little too deep and I think the wheels fell off after that.
Well, how's your season been going, Al?
It's been, I'll be honest, it's been a bit frustrating. I'm not very crazy about the car. Brad's made it work a bit better than I have, but had a couple, one DNF earlier. And had a DNF earlier this season, but haven't finished as well as I'd like throughout the entirety of the season, to be honest with you.
Well, I don't have any other questions. I don't have any questions, but just a quick comment. It has been great having you for a teammate this season, Al. You know, I know that I can be a little troublesome, but I tell you what, it's been a great experience once again. Always a joy to team up with you. And sorry I can't be there tonight, but I'm looking forward to a couple weeks from now, and we're going to do some damage, I feel.
Yeah, I hope so, Brad. Feel better.
Well, you know, you've got tonight. Unfortunately, your teammate's out tonight, Brad, but he's got 2 weeks to get ready for the big final and make a big push. You know, got to go by sitting third in team championships, and it's very odd that we have the Monday night broadcast team on air Thursday nights. It's just blowing my mind over here. Unbelievable. Well, we're going to pop you back down now. Thanks for everything you do at NAGP. We all appreciate it.
All right, Jack, thanks. And Jake, thanks, Jake. My pleasure.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
He's out of here.
Well, I was going to give him crap, sarcasm, but I chickened out at the last second. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, it's hard to publicly chastise your teammate. I think that's a tall ask.
Okay, now I don't think we've talked to Matt Taylor. I think we should talk to Matt Taylor. So let's get him up here.
Did you see what happened to his lap there?
Hey, Matt Taylor, you're in the broadcast booth. What the heck's going on out there tonight?
Just the lack of practice.
Lack of practice? You're going into the finals here, there, brother.
I know we had a good start to the season, but some bad luck there early on, and then just I got really busy about mid-season, and practice time just hasn't been there.
I was going to say lack of practice. You're in the Lambo. You don't need practice. All you need to do is keep the thing on track. That didn't work out too good either.
No. Sure, certainly did not.
No, I'm joking, of course. Look, it's very difficult managing when you have all the success like you guys are having on Monday night and fighting for the team championship over there. It's very difficult to put in the best effort you can possibly put on both nights. So no disrespect loss here, and you're going to have a great opportunity to move forward in this race and then the feature next week.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of, you know, qualify wherever, and then I'll just settle in and work my way forward from there.
I like it. I like it. We're looking forward to lots of passing action from Matt Taylor. He's out of here. Now, is his teammate run yet?
Cuppet, no.
Yeah, Bardem, unfortunately, I've had a bit of minor surgery, so I won't be able to participate tonight, just FYI.
Okay, let's drag up Sam Rolfe. I think he's run, hasn't he?
Yep.
Yep.
Sam Rolfe, you're in the broadcast booth with Jake, Brad, and myself. Welcome.
How you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good, Sam. How's it feeling out there? You had a pretty decent qualifier, hot lap out there.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I messed up in turn 1, and then coming through the carousel, I wasn't doing very well either, so.
Yeah, I suspect that BMW would struggle a little bit in the carousel, but the rest of the track is a pretty good BMW track, I would say. So plenty of speed, plenty of long straights to kind of stretch the legs on the BMW a little bit. You've got a couple weeks before the feature race. You've got the qualifying race tonight. Do you think you've got a good shot to do some damage in this qualifying race or the feature in a couple weeks?
I hope so. The goal for me is just to keep it consistent and keep the car clean and hopefully move up that way. That's how I've been able to score some points this year, is kind of letting other people make the mistakes and moving my way up that way.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you out there tonight, Sam, and in 2 weeks in the final. So good luck tonight and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
He's out of here.
Greg Myers is up, Jack, and there's a Nissan on track. For the first time this season. Yeah. Heck yeah. So it's great to see a new car.
Has Greg got some ballast on there?
Well, I suppose he has new driver ballast.
40K.
Yeah.
40K.
That doesn't matter to Greg. He doesn't care about the weight. He wants a fast ride. Get in it and just drive the wheels off. Look for him to finish strong. If not here, then in the feature race.
Yep.
Now, has Iggy Shorty has he gone out for his lap yet?
Yep,
Iggy
he's done.
Is going to be pretty difficult on the English, Jack. You may know that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty bad on the Spanish, so that's not going to work out.
Iggy
Ludden.
will be better than Omar.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We haven't had Bjorn or John Ludden up. Have they run yet?
Yep.
I don't think we've had Ludden up here.
No, I don't think we have.
John Ludden, you're in the broadcast booth.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
How you doing tonight?
Oh, a little shaky.
Car feeling okay?
Car's great. You know, Bjorn has it trimmed out really nicely. I was just, for some reason, a little nervous during my my qualifying lap.
I was a little shaky there. Okay, now I got you. So, look, you earned the podium early on there at Watkins Glen. You've had a couple other pretty close podiums, but I mentioned it a little earlier. It has frankly been a pretty down season for you this season, John. So what's the deal? Is it a little bit of lack of practice time for you? What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of things. You know, just lack of practice at times, as well as, you know, it took us a little while to get the car like we liked it. But it's great now, of course, at the end of the season.
Right.
Well, you can always choose it again next season.
I would if Bjorn would let me.
Oh, okay. We're seeing in Twitch chat that Cuppet just turned 50. Is that right, Cuppet? Oh, you're not Cuppet. You're Ludden. Sorry, I'm way out of whack.
Yeah,
I'll
you're
up
out of
again.
there. All right, John. You good luck tonight. Good luck in the final, and you have a good closeout to the season. And thanks for racing here.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
He's out of here.
Yeah,
All
sorry.
I'm doing is asking these guys about why their season's going so bad. It's not my intention, really.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just looking at the stats.
That's okay. That's okay, Brad. You're taking all the negativity away from me and putting it all on you. So that works it works for me.
Well, I'm used to it, so I'll take the burden.
Who have we not talked to, Jack?
Cobus.
Have we talked to Cuppet?
Cuppet's still on track.
Yeah, we
haven't
can't talk
talked
to him now. Can't talk to him now. So we bring in Cobus. Is he in here? Oh yeah, he is.
Cobus. Broadcast Central. You're live on air.
Oh. What do you want to know?
How's the night going for you tonight?
Like crap. No, it was really not a good qualifying run for me. But off the pace and just mistakes in the early part of the lap and just couldn't carve that time back towards the end. So no, a bit down on my qualifying, but well, there's still a race to run, so let's see what happens then.
Yeah, well, we talked to Sam Rolfe, and I know the BMW has the potential to be a good car at this track. Now, you got it going pretty well there at VIR earlier in the season, and so it should have a good chance to move forward in this qualifying race or the feature race next week. Do you think you've gotten as much out of the car? Do you still have some more tuning do you think you can do to it and get a little bit more pace out of it?
Definitely. I mean, we haven't really talked about our setup, but I know that he's got a better setup, so probably within a week get a bit of time to run with his setup and see what I can improve on. But yeah, I'm at least, I would see my time should be there close to his, more 11, 12 position and down here in 16. But well, not that many people tonight, so not that dangerous to start a few positions lower.
Right.
All right, Cobus, good luck tonight. Good luck in 2 weeks. Hey, what team channel do you want me to move you to?
I will move myself. That's fine.
All right, Cobus.
Okay.
Way to go, bro.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys, we still got a couple of minutes. I think we missed out on Cuppet. Should we drag Cuppet up here?
Yeah, let's get Cuppet right quick.
Mr. Cuppet, you're live on air with Jake, Brad, and myself.
Hey, Jack, what's going on?
Well, lots of kibitzing going on up here. What's going on down there on track? You all set?
Yeah. Story of the season. I'm a bit late to the to the house today, so I'm kind of going without a lot of practice.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that shows. Looking at the results of the season, they started off a little strong, tailed off a little bit, so maybe just a little bit of lack of practice. But, I mean, do you feel overall over the course of the season that the car's been a pretty good fit for you? It seems, look, I've raced with you out there on track, and you have shown fantastic speed, so it seems like you're getting along pretty well with the Lambo.
It's pretty good. It's very twitchy. I mean, you can see in that lap, you know, you go in the turn just a little too deep, the back end wants to flip around on you. And I think I've tried all season to correct it, and I haven't found something that works yet.
Apparently, happy birthday is in order.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, thank you, Jake.
Yeah, that's what
Kevin
Kirkwood
tires.
gave me that one. Can't take credit.
Light up the tires tonight for us there, Jonathan, and put on a good show tonight. And you got the final in 2 weeks, so good luck.
Hey, thank you guys. Nowhere to go but forward, so let's see.
Have a good birthday race.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm going to bring one more up here. We only got 3 minutes, but I'm going to bring one more up here just because he's one of the all-time favorites here at NAGP.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, how are you doing tonight?
Happening?
You're on Broadcast Central.
Yeah, I'm just here to do 13 peaceful laps. I'm like 5 seconds off the pace, so I'm just gonna stay out of trouble. And out of
Well,
sight.
Greg, good on you. I'm glad to see you grab the Nissan and out there on track. I love that car.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's 13 peaceful laps out here tonight, but it's going to put you in the show in a couple weeks' time, and you're going to have the opportunity for way more than 13 laps out there then. So it's a little bit of fun tonight, a lot more fun in a couple weeks. Good to have the Nissan out.
I also thought it'd be nice to do 13 laps because I like the number 13, so.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Greg,
Good
you
luck
have
in the
fun tonight?
broadcast. Y'all have fun.
Hey.
Take care.
Yeah, we're all having fun. You have fun out there tonight, and we'll look forward to watching you in the endurance race in 2 weeks. So good luck tonight, Greg.
Thanks.
All right, I'm done with all that stuff, boys. Where are we?
Figure we got to run through the order. We got a little over 2 minutes left. So, get a nice little view of these drivers. Kevin Kirkbride, as we saw, put in the fastest lap here. He and Zack Hefner locking out the 1-2 like they hoped. So, Brad, remind me, pole is still worth 1 point for this race, and then if you win this little short race, you get 3 points. Is that right? 3 points?
3 points, 2 for second, 1 for third.
Yep. So I wonder if we're going to see some team orders here if Kirkbride ends up in front after our start. But anyway, minute left, so I'll run through a little faster. Sam Montgomery Jr. is in third. Andrew Werner is going to start fourth. David Poole starting fifth. Jesse Olsen starts sixth. Al Merriman starts seventh. John Ludden starting eighth. Bjorn Heyman ninth. Aaron Parsons 10th.
Take it away, Brad.
Okay, Sam Roll starts 11th. Chris Moses is in 12th. Sean Ricker takes 13th. Iggy Shiordia starts 14th. Matt Taylor is in 15th. Am I passing it off now?
We do 10 either way.
20.
Kobus takes 16th. David Zons in 17th. Jonathan Cuppet takes 18th. And Gregory Myers, with that 13 peaceful peace pipe laps, takes 19th.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so just 19 drivers here today. A little bit lower turnout than usual, but that's okay. Just means a little less traffic, hopefully a little less chaos, and a little more clean racing from these guys.
Well, it's time to get
all right, guys.
I'm
going to let you guys handle the race for a little bit while I get into the chat room here.
Alrighty. Looks like Kevin, you had a great start there. And so did Salem Montgomery Jr.
Boy, sure did.
Keeping an eye on the midfield here as we look for collisions. But it looks like everybody's gotten away really clean there. Nice and spaced out at the starting line, so not too surprising. We've seen these guys do really well with a grid that's got some proper spacing.
Yeah, a relatively short field tonight, Jake, so I think that'll help a little bit in terms of the, you know, hopefully the contacts and what have you. But it's also going to, we know these races, they are a sprint, so half-hour session of track time for these guys is not so long. They're going, you know, used, of course, to going quite a bit farther than that. So things usually get a little bit more chippy, a little bit more aggressive, as we know.
Yep, Sam Rolfe's out already. Not sure what happened there.
Oh.
I wonder if he had a hardware problem on the starting line.
Yeah, looks like he didn't even get off the grid.
Yep. Wow, Salem
there. So yeah.
I don't know if you guys are watching Salem, but he is right on the tail of Kevin Kirkbride. And looking at the inside here.
Making a run into Canada corner for Kevin Kirkbride. I don't know that you need to defend too vigorously here, but certainly you always want to keep the position if you can.
Well, you know, he talked about taking that point away from his teammate for pole. I wonder if he's got an interest to back sail him up into Zack here.
Well, yeah, maybe. I suppose that's a possibility. You know, the one thing you don't want to do, however, is run into some type of problem, maybe take a penalty and lose that assured pole position start for that feature race. I mean, that thing is coveted, so I think if you're Kevin, you want to be well, here's a bit of a mistake.
Yeah. Oh, Kirkbride on the inside of Salem. Excuse me, not Kirkbride, but Hefner. Just barely on the inside there.
Yeah, that Audi, as we know, no slouch down the straight. If there's a car better in the pack, it is probably this Glickenhaus, though, Jake.
Yep. Inside. See that Audi's just braking better.
Yeah, and we would expect that, of course. But I tell you, where you would expect the Audi maybe to have a bit of an advantage on the Glickenhaus is here in this second sector. But we saw those guys in the Super Pole in the Glickenhaus turn those fantastic second sector times. So perhaps the Audi will not have the advantage here.
Quite the freight train going on here early on, all the way back from 2 to 9th.
Boy, it sure is. I'm on board with John Luden now, right behind teammate Al Marimon, but right in front of Al there in 6 is Jesse Olsen, and that was a titanic battle Al and Jesse had last week at Road Atlanta, so Al's probably a little sick and tired of seeing that purple Ferrari out in front of him.
Olsen out wide. Maybe you can help us out with a question we have, Brad. It seems like Salem Montgomery runs that Audi on the limiter a lot longer than I would expect you to run any car on the red limiter. Is there something he's figured out that nobody else has?
No, I would suggest not. I think that's where it likes to make the power at that rev range. Salem's going to know that. So if the car likes to make power at the very top of the rev range, then that's where he's going to go to.
Good. I'll check that out in the in between races between now and the final race here to check and see if it's where the power band is. I knew I could count on you, Brad.
As always, and by the way, it's complete supposition on my part. So, hey, I told you I'm going to pull stuff out of my backside if I don't actually know, right? So I guess we'll both find out together.
Well, according to the chat room, oh, geez, got some action back in the pack there.
I believe, Kevin, that's when the frame rate's dropping below 60. So yeah, you do, I do, we all do. I don't see them because I have G-Sync, but yeah, we're going down to 50 pretty regularly. Hint, hint, Lekmansky. We'll see if Kevin's got 2 weeks in between now and the feature race and has not yet totally committed to improving the track performance, but he may be able to. Yeah, we will see a little bit of
well, I'm not so sure you want to change the track from this race to the next. I mean,
no, it's
on the same track.
He just combines objects just like he did at that last one that was trouble. I don't even remember which one it was. It's not. It doesn't affect the track or anything. It's just optimization related. Hopefully.
Wow. Well, regardless of any other track issues, I tell you one thing that's not bad about this track right now is the racing action that we've got on it. These guys all completely still in a row, and it's a tooth and nail fight all the way back to 12th place basically at the moment, 13th.
Right, yeah, absolutely. Especially the 6th to 10th is heating up right now.
Yeah, sure is. And, you know, if I look at it, I'm thinking maybe it's Jesse Olsen holding up that train just a little bit right at this moment.
Well, where did he qualify? I didn't remember the Ferraris being that impressive, but maybe he outqualified his teammate.
Ludden on the inside. Wow. Ludden trying to take that position away from Al. That was a high-risk move.
That was very well defended by Al. I was on board with that. I have to say, he did take Al did take his braking very late, but got away with it. And I'd say about as late as you could possibly go. So well defended, well judged by Ludden as well, not to take it too deep himself.
Go, teammate, go.
Oh no, no. Here in the booth, all drivers are created equal. I'll call them like I see them.
Attaboy.
But go, teammate.
Yeah, I think we're usually rooting for Al, Brad. So I think that one's pretty safe.
Okay, good.
You can root for the league organizer.
Right.
It's always a safe bet to say go, Al, go.
Yeah, I tell you some guys I'm kind of impressed with right now too are the 05 Motorsports guys. Yeah, okay, 4th and 5th, but not giving up a little bit of time, but really not as much as I might have expected, honestly. Those first 3 guys, they look like they might really leap away from this field, but the 05 Corvette guys, they're holding strong right now.
Yeah, they as you mentioned earlier, the back half of the season for them is really, they've really lit it up.
Yeah, honestly.
Al making a move on Jesse Olsen.
Yeah, if Al can get alongside, he's got a great shot with slightly better McLaren speed, but oh wow, here we go.
3 wide. Oh man.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wow. Wow. Great job by Al there.
What a move.
Ludden on the inside. Nope. Yeah, Al. Great job in the braking zones here by Al.
Oh my God.
Well, a great job by all 3 of them.
I'm about having a stroke sitting here in the booth. I can't imagine what's going on for those guys.
Well, you know who's in the catbird position is Chris Moses has just caught up to the tailpipe of Jesse Olsen, so he started to press Jesse. Jesse had a little bit of an off there, so Al's got his hands full, but he's got now Olsen's got Parsons and Moses pushing up on him.
Yeah, I tell you, Al and Ludden came together the slightest bit, so I wonder if there's a tiny bit of aero damage as we see Ludden line up.
Oh, these guys.
Brad, I don't think this is going to end well.
Oh no, it's going to end great because Al's going to pull away and catch up to the 05 guy.
Boy.
It might take a little bit of defending before that happens.
In the meantime, just as an FYI, Salem is starting to catch up to Kirkbride for the lead. And kudos to Kirkbride for holding him off with that extra 30K.
Yeah, I would say so. Again, these guys, they've really done... I say I'm annoyed, and I am, but not really. They've done a great job with this Glickenhaus to get it up to speed. Have gotten better race over race as the season has gone on, and some of the performances they put in with the weight has been absolutely fantastic. So it's been a great season for these guys.
Montgomery suddenly losing time there. Is that sector 2 where the Glickenhaus seems a little better?
Yeah, well, they just entered Sector 2 here. That was, of course, in the first sector. The timing stops there down that straight in the first sectors.
Gotcha. That gap went from 0.3 to 0.8 pretty quickly.
Yeah, it sure did, and honestly, not exactly sure what happened there. I wasn't paying close enough attention, but you're absolutely right. It could have been a Montgomery mistake coming off of turn 2. That's a costly turn to get wrong.
You know, Parsons is still behind Olsen, and this is not the first time we've seen the Porsches having trouble passing this season.
Well, as Aaron said, you know, there's not enough twisty bits to satisfy Aaron's like for this car.
Yeah, the Porsche has, you know, good straight line speed, but it's not great. In fact, it's probably average. The problem is that it does not like you to take the downforce off of it, so really struggles at the rear end taking the downforce off. So they generally have to run the wing up pretty good, and so that they're likely hurt a little bit on the straight line speed as a result.
Just a little shout out there to all the guys watching the race tonight. Thanks for joining us at AGP Thursday night. If you're interested in joining up Mondays or Thursday nights, we're coming to the end of this season, but lots of time to get ready for next season, so join us here at NAGP, the home of Premier Sim Racing. Plus, you might get a driver interview.
Go for it.
Could happen.
Gregory, Gregory Myers is having his 13-lap excursion out there. Just want to do a little shout out. Go, Greg, go.
Yeah, 7 times 5. He's right on pace.
Boy, one retirement of this race. Already half this qualifying race done. Of course, the position that these drivers finish in here tonight, with the exception of the 2 that started at the top of the grid, that's going to be their order starting next race in 2 weeks. So there is a bit on the line here for these guys in the last 6 laps to pick up a couple spots for that feature rate.
Yeah, and it looks like Al's broken away from the clutches of Jesse Olsen and got a little bit of a breathing gap going on there.
Oh, I think somebody called that. I can't remember who that was.
You know, I can't remember either. We'll just have to, it'll always be a mystery. I know.
I have to say, honestly.
Yeah, Al's running a great race.
He is, and honestly, I'm a little surprised that Audi does have very good pace. And I know John said in our interview earlier that they had gotten Audi figured out. I'll be honest with you, I think they're still missing a turn or 2 of the screws on that thing, because frankly, that Audi looks like it should have a bit of pace on out.
Right.
Well, let's all put it down to Al's extremely competent driving skills.
Oh, certainly. No, it's not Audi versus Al. It's just Audi versus McLaren and a lot of other cars in general. And I mean, look, it's hard to take anything away from a former season champion, which John Luden is. So you always give those guys the nod.
Going up to pass Salem, side by side.
Inside. Salem's got better brakes.
I don't think Hefner's using the brakes.
But
he's got an Audi brake in front. I mean, you know, don't need to use the ones on the car.
Absolutely.
These brakes sponsored by Audi.
Use the chrome horn if you need.
Look, you're absolutely right. I mean, Hefner, he needs 3 points.
Yeah.
I don't want to interject myself here, but 3 points ties him up for second with yours truly, right? Kirkbride's he's got to figure out a way to let him pass.
Well, I mean, at this point, letting him pass involves letting Salem pass. So yeah.
Kirkbride.
I'm sure
that's
that's
not far back. Again, Poole and Warner are doing a great job. Warner's caught right up to, to the back of Hefner almost. He's very, very close. Got him in sight.
Yeah, they really have kept it close. Teammate David Poole there in 5th has not managed to keep that. Ooh, at Salem Montgomery makes a bit of a mistake coming off the last turn. Good opportunity.
In the draft.
Best opportunities Hefner's going to get. Whoa. Sorry about that.
Little bit, I think there was a little bit of a contact there.
Not sure about that, but Hefner is by.
Yeah, that's great news for that team. He really needed to make that move, so now they're in a much more enviable position. I think Salem is going to push for all he can, but if he doesn't manage to get the pass remade here this lap, I think he's going to be out of it, as Zack makes a bit of a mistake there himself.
Yep. Zack has turned the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, but right behind Salem Montgomery is Andrew Werner, and Werner is taking the boots to Junior out there.
Yeah, he is. Junior's going to have to defend pretty soon.
I think Junior's defending right now, which will let Hefner get away on him.
Yeah, it should.
Boy, Werner nice and tight in that last corner.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where the Corvette really shines. That's its absolute strong suit.
That's what he said. Sector 2 is his sector, so that looks like it's working out for him, at least on this lap. Hefner really needs to get a little more gap out on Salem so that Kirkbride can comfortably let him pass and slot in behind.
Yeah, they've got a few laps to figure out, you know, if or how they're going to manage that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. The laps are running out here. Just 3 to go this time by. 4, right, including the lap.
Sam Montgomery a little bit slower that lap as he's had to defend. Hefner a little slower too, but still quicker than Salem. So looking good for Hefner currently.
Yeah, and worth noting, of course, unlike Salem Montgomery Jr., who can run the sauce, and Andrew Werner as well, the Glickenhaus guys do need to run the mediums. We talked about the tires on the Glickenhaus having overheating issues, and so they're having to run the mediums while the rest of the field able to get away with the soft.
Montgomery losing a little more time there, it looks like.
Well, he might have lost a little bit of time, but Werner is still trying to hunt him down.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's clearly a close battle. It was Zack Hefner, however, almost throwing it off track through that left-hander there, turn 4 or whatever it is. Pretty close. But yeah, this is a battle. Position still to be decided with laps winding down.
Well, further back, Cuppet and Ricker are battling for 15th. And then we got, looks like a battle forming for, possibly for 7th, if Jesse Olsen can get back up to John Ludden again. That's a fun one.
Yeah, nice and clean tonight.
Yeah.
Nice and clean for these boys out here. You know, even the side-by-side stuff's been nice and clean, which is good. I mean, we've seen lots of side-by-side.
Yeah, clean but competitive. That's what we like to see. Something Salem might not like seeing is that Andrew Werner Corvette inching ever closer as he sees his prey ahead, Zack Hefner, drifting further away.
Yeah, but House of Glicken is getting smaller and smaller in the distance, starting to look less like a house, more like a cabin.
Yeah, you know, as I look at it, I suspect that battle is still on there for that second place. Just don't think these guys are quite done yet. You know, the Glickenhaus guys do have to run the mediums, but here in the last couple laps, I was going to say that could be an advantage over the softs, but yeah, right now Salem Montgomery Jr. is actually, he's hanging in.
Right.
Looked like
yeah,
maybe
he's figured out how to use those softs. I don't know how when nobody else can, but he's figured it out. Runners on softs as well.
I think he's going to gain some time to Hefner this lap. Well, yeah, the Glickenhaus I think is heavier and it has more power in the mid-range, so it does have a different character on the same tires. So they really can't. They haven't run the softs for any stint of any length. They've only run the softs in qualifying for only Glickenhaus.
No, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Look, I saw them running some softs in practice during the week, and I would have absolutely cried foul if they had run softs in the qualifying race. I mean, there should be no possible way they can run them. I'm just saying.
Right.
Geez, I just, FYI, I'm just watching Parsons and Moses. It looks like Moses just gave Parsons a push down the straightaway.
Wow, that's interesting.
Might have.
Well, yeah, they were that close together, I swear. They couldn't have got any closer.
Well, it's kind of a bit of fun for him.
Your buddy Al is not totally out of the woods, but he's put a pretty good gap onto John Ludden.
Oh, I haven't quite taken my eye off that battle, Jack, nor the fact that he hasn't really given up any time to the leaders either.
Okay, very interesting though. Hefner is slowly catching up to Kirkbride. I don't know if Kirkbride's slowing down to let him in and going to try and do the old I'll block you for the last lap deal. But I just call him as I see him, but that might be happening out here.
Oh,
well, you know,
Bull's in the pits. What happened there?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, well, that shouldn't happen.
No, it should.
I think it might be a fuel issue.
That's
almost
too bad.
It almost has to be. I mean, if you crash in these events, you're going to finish last, so you might as well just pull the chute, right?
Yeah. Olsen's closing the gap to Ludden. So we are going to see these guys battle again on the last lap. Watching Kirkbride and Hefner, it looks like Hefner's going to get a wave on by right here on this straight.
Yep.
And they found a way to do it such that they're not going to lose any time. This is just a classic draft. Now Kirkbride lost some time, but oh wow, Kirkbride's still losing time to Salem maybe.
Yeah, no doubt just with the lift. But, I mean, that's what they had to do. They had to swap positions, so they were able to work it out before time dwindled away here. And suddenly we're on the last lap here, fellas.
Absolutely. Went by quick.
Yeah, it did. Got a battle for 6th and possibly a battle for 2nd here. Oh, Jesse Olsen looking to the inside. Breaks a little later than... Wow. That was from pretty far back. Gotta wonder if the mediums, like you said, Brad, you gotta wonder if the mediums are starting to have an advantage. Mediums on the car of Jesse Olsen and softs on the car of John Ludden.
Yeah, the Ferrari, unfortunately, another car that is just not going to be able to run the softs. So you can get away with them occasionally for a single lap, but even that is problematic for the Ferrari.
About 30 seconds.
Yeah, they've got Salem's just running out of time and not being able to run. With Hefner and Kirkbride.
Blood just needs to stay on his lines here and keep it clean. It doesn't seem like Jesse Olsen's not going to dive bomb him here, but he's going to take an advantage if he gets one. Looks like John will finish that up. Sorry, Hefner just crossed the line in first, Kirkbride second, Montgomery third, Werner fourth. Al Merriman finishing fifth. Great race by Al there. John Ludden sixth, Olsen seventh. Parsons 8th, followed by Moses 9th. Taylor 10th, Bjorn Heyman 11th. Gobis Duvier will finish 12th. Wow, big luck up there. I'm sure you guys saw that on the broadcast. Jonathan Cuppett will finish 13th. Sean Ricker is out of fuel. Look at Sean Ricker. So that's Iggy Chordia taking 14th. David Zahn 15th. Sean Ricker will DNF. Wow.
All right, let's get the winner up here. Mr. Hefner, you're in the broadcast booth. Congratulations.
Thank you. Felt good to get that. Lock the top spots for the team. Felt good.
Yeah, great team performance, and that put you into P2 for the drivers.
Oh, it did, didn't it? All right, well. It's a party then, right?
Well, you're up here with Brad Maris, and you're tied with Brad for P2 in the Drivers' Championship. Great team effort tonight.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, it's exactly what you guys needed to do. But I tell you more than that, Zach, you guys obviously have great pace. So you're looking good on the short fuel. I got to think you're going to be looking good on the longer runs for the feature race next week. How do you guys like your chances in that event coming up?
Yeah, especially with our pace on the mediums, how it is now, I think the longer stints are definitely going to favor the old Glickenhaus.
Yeah. Well, that's optimistic. I think Salem's running softs, so we may see some more of the tire strategy like we saw at the last endurance race.
Well, congratulations, Zach.
Yeah, thank you. It was a
good race tonight, but the endurance race always separates the boys from the men, so good luck in 2 weeks.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate the broadcast.
All right, he's out of here. What do you think there, Brad?
Jack, you are running them up and lining them up perfect. You're keeping an order to the chaos. You're herding the cats. I love it.
Well, it was fun tonight. I got to thank Jake and Brad here up in the booth for putting up with my shenanigans. And thanks to all the viewers at NAGP, and thanks to Al, Brad, Chris Moses, all the guys on the CC committee. It's been a wonderful season, and I got to thank everybody for letting me do what we do every Thursday night.
Yeah, same for me. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. Tune in 2 weeks. We are not here next week, Thanksgiving holiday, so there will be no Monday and no Thursday, of course, races. And so you can catch us on, what is that, the 27th and the 30th. So tune in for the endurance race. Based on how this one went, I am excited. That was probably the cleanest race we've seen all season. Certainly the cleanest sprint race. So.
Yeah, the sprint races can be a dash for the cash and sometimes messy, but the 3 wide with Al, that was exciting, but they managed to do it and race clean. So
yeah.
Going to be exciting in 2 weeks.
Looking pretty
and
prepared.
Go get
for
him, Brad.
Yeah, good luck, Brad.
You got it. you got it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me hang out tonight. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Okay, gonna wrap it up. Thanks again. Yeah, see ya.